Hi, I am coming to you from my kitchen for the first time. Maybe it's the second time, actually. Uh, but my office is such a mess, and I know you're tired of looking at that background. So I jumped in here and I thought you could see some of my plants growing in my, good morning, Barbara, some of my plants growing in my indoor garden. You know, there are a lot of people out there who don't have a garden, who don't have a garden space, who need to grow their plants indoors. And I thought my indoor gardening series would be hugely popular. It hasn't caught on yet. I hope it does, because I think I have a lot of inspiration for people who think, oh, I'm in an apartment and I can't garden. But you can. With a grow light, you can, or a really great window. You actually could bounce light from a great window back, and so you could have a light board here and then plants in between if you have a great window, if you have great window light. Plants need a lot of sun and a full spectrum light. The sun is full spectrum, so they try to replicate the full spectrum of the sun with these lights. This is a new LED light rather than the old tube lights. And there's no fan. And so far, I really like having this in here, not only because of the fact that I can grow a lot of plants, but when you are around full spectrum light, it actually elevates your mood. This is scientific. I've heard this, I've known this for like 20 years before I ever started gardening, because there was what did it start? It was called Real Goods. It was one of the first, if not the first, online shopping site for, well, it wasn't just online. I had a catalog too. So I often bought from the catalog. But anyway, it had all kinds of household goods, and it was called Real Goods. And I started learning about water filters and shower filters. I bought all of my, because I had a child that developed asthma at 18 months. I just got everything that I could in my household that was non-toxic and from water filters to plant-based cleansers. I've been doing that for like 29 years, long before I started gardening. So Real Goods became Gaiam, and GAIAM.com. That they sort of took that over, I think, I don't know if they were the same company, but all of a sudden Real Goods was gone and there was just Gaiam. But Gaiam had everything. You could get everything from light bulbs to toilet paper to cleansers and yoga clothing, everything. And at some point they decided that, I was shocked. I bought everything. My sheets, towels, everything from Gaiam. Ball chairs, exercise equipment, inversion table, you name it. I bought it all from Gaiam. And I hadn't bought anything for a while, and I went back to their website. It was all yoga clothing and yoga related type stuff. And I was just shocked. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. Let's see. We're talking about loofahs struggling to get going. Too wet? Yeah, probably. Maddie is here from Iceland. Cheryl is here from, Cheryl, remind everybody where you're from. Can you hear me okay, everybody? I am talking to you from my kitchen where I have my grow light and my plants. And good morning, Patricia. Jamela, good morning from Trinidad and Tobago. Tristan Bothwell is good morning from rainy Florida. And I'm hoping, Tristan, you got connected with Big Wave FLA, FLA on YouTube. last time. One of my other Florida people. Yes, you do, Barbara. Absolutely. It elevates your mood. Well, what I was saying about the full spectrum light is full spectrum. I was using full spectrum light bulbs in every lamp in my house for 2 decades before I even started gardening. So I was very well aware of full spectrum. A full spectrum, they recommend it for people who live in the far north and get very few sun hours a day. They recommend having those kinds of lights in your house. They actually have lights that point at you so that you absorb these full spectrum rays if you live in an environment like that. So I know that just being around full spectrum light is so important to your state of mind. And we need all the help we can get right now to elevate our state of mind. How does it look, everybody? You haven't been in here. And I noticed this morning, I came in here at 6:30 and it was kind of dark. It was kind of dark in here, and I thought, oh, I can't do this in the kitchen. I won't work. But then there's a kick. As soon as the sun clears this ceiling, there's a kick off that yellow wall, and it comes right back at me. So when I came back in here at 7:15, I'm going, hey, 7:30, I'm going, hey, I'm moving in here. I was all set up in there, and I moved in here. Hold on one second. Anyway, Amal is here from Saudi. Must be pretty hot over there. Well, is it summer in Saudi? I guess it is. You're in the upper hemisphere. Or no, wait. Are you? Or you're in the... I'm not exactly sure where you are. Let's see. Good morning, Brian in New Jersey. Pat is here from Vancouver. Harag from Pasadena. Joshua is here from Tennessee. Let's see. And Barbara. Oh, gosh, Barbara. I know where you are, but I forgot all of a sudden. Remind me where you are. And now that a few people are here, I want to give I only have one big shout out today. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Rhode Island. Okay. Got to try to remember that. Oh, you're making me crazy, Cheryl. Cinnamon rolls. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Happy. I want to give a huge shout out to Barbara Ann Dano, her husband Dano. They sent me a lovely donation after the live stream last week. And just an update on the mugs, everybody. And I told Dano this in an email. So I contacted the potter, and her kiln is not working currently. And the city kiln that potters can go and pay to use is not working because they've shut it down because of the virus. So there might be a little bit of a delay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her make a few extra, so they're just sitting there. I did this before and they sold out, and then I should have had her make a few more in advance, because I should expect that at some point somebody's going to want another one. But anyway, thank you so much for your donation. And everyone, I know last week I was really talking a lot about buying a truck. I'm still planning to buy a truck, but don't think I'm going to buy a truck here, because my driving trip the stops that I had thought that I could make along the way to Middle Tennessee, the Midwest, whatever, it didn't materialize. one person had their house on the market and couldn't have company, and it just became too difficult to try to contemplate 5 days on the road with an unhappy cat in a brand new vehicle, with having to stay in who knows where. So with the donation, I bought a plane ticket, and so I'm flying. And I will be gone for a little while, but I am making a bunch of videos so that I'll have at least one new video to cover me every week I'm gone. And I don't know how long I'm going to be gone, because I want to stay close enough within driving distance of my mother, and just see if I can get to see her. And of course I'll be doing other things too. Let's see. Everybody's had storms. Well, Pat, I thought about that. I thought about a lot of different things. If I already had a truck that I was familiar with, and I was, used to driving a truck. I'm not used to driving a truck. So I'm still going to do that. I still have plans to do that, but I thought I might buy one in Tennessee where I could save on tax, for one thing, and not have to drive it over there. I don't know what is in this smoothie. It's very strange. I did not make it. Denora came on Friday, and I said, put this, and this in it. I must have said, put vitamin C in it, because there's some kind of clumps of powder. Very strange. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Who's got? Thank you, Barbara. 114 degrees in Saudi. Oh my gosh. I mean, you couldn't survive without air conditioning. What did they do before air conditioning? I mean, that's just so hot. Oh, good. Please give Dano a hug. How many do we have on, everybody? Let's see. Only 23 people. We don't have very many people on today. Let's see. Oh, Lisa's here. Good morning, Lisa. Cold northern Nevada. What? Freeze warning in June? That's not fair. When are you supposed to garden? That's crazy. You have to have a greenhouse. I will, Barbara. Thank you. So I was just thinking, it was about a month ago that everyone was saying it was like 30 degrees. And then on the very last live stream, everyone everywhere was reporting in it was 90 degrees or like high 80s or high 90s. And I'm just going, what happened to spring? I mean, I can't even imagine gardening with that kind of situation. Are you dealing with that sort of thing, Daryl, in Putnam County? Because I'm thinking, man, I might be able to grow more here in containers than I can grow in 3 months in Tennessee. Okay, Joshua, you can give them out as party favors. I have to get her to make them. We can talk about that. Oh my God, it snowed in Nevada? You must be high up. Lisa. Well, let me tell you what I've got growing. I'm going to give you a little. It's bright because of the light, but this is called Millionaire Eggplant, and this pot is not big enough. This is almost a 2-gallon pot. Why they make a 1.7 gallon pot, I don't know. But that's all they had at the nursery. I've got 3 herbs. I took them out of the pots and I just put them in here with some fish fertilizer and water. I've got sage and oregano. And this is actually not an herb, but it's leaf sorrel. So it's really needing to get planted and potted up. So my plan, yeah, that doesn't look too good. All of these are my okra plants. And I don't know where they're, except for this one, obviously, that's different. That's a cucumber. But I don't know where they're going to go yet. But they really need another week or 2 in these cups. However, we're already into June, so I don't know. Daryl, you're gonna, whoa, let's see. Uh-oh. I just ripped some leaves on my basil because I've got these. This is what I've discovered in indoor gardening is you get gnats. I don't know if it comes out of the soil or what. It was driving me crazy. But look at this, Daryl. This is half of that sweet potato. Is that gorgeous? I have enough slips right now to plant for the whole season off this one half of a sweet potato. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. I have every square inch of real estate on the top of this. Look at that. Well, that was a sticky trap, and I got more basil on it than insects. What a mess. Anyway, this is the basil plant that was given to me on Mother's Day. And it's so healthy and it smells divine. And what I want to do is I want to, if possible, divide it and put it in with 2 of my tomato plants. Not keep it in the house. I've got mint back here. I've got more tomatoes. I've got over here, you can't even see it, but these are, I was just going to point out these, you'll see this in my indoor video, but which I hope you'll watch. But these came out of the plug planter, and there's a gnat right there. And so did these. These are cucumber and squash. And all of that I grew in that little plug planter. It's still got peppers in it. These are the peppers, the Thai pepper, and these little ones, the second row, these little ones are Egyptian spinach. Oh. And I got more tomatoes. And this is the plant that I saved for Joshua, but I don't know how I'm going to get it to you. But it's looking really good. All righty. And I've got it. This was the tomato plant that was in that little white, vase or white ceramic pot. All right, so everybody, hey CJ, Thank you, Barbara. 84 in Tennessee. Thank you, Barbara. Let's see. Wow. I don't know how, Jamila, it seems like you would have had to go to the store or something. Wow. Replant the basil leaves? What do you mean? Hey. Yeah, Joshua, you're going to have to get your mother together with your pawpaw. Let's see. Apollo 14, are you in Woodstock, New York? Is that what you mean? And if so, welcome to our live stream. Let's see. 84 in Trinidad. Oh, you're in Georgia. Yeah, I guess it's hot down there. 5,800. Okay. I ordered something, everybody. You know, with everybody kind of cooped up, kind of is an understatement. Gyms are closed, and people that are, used to going to a gym for getting exercise and working out, they can't do that. I mean, here it's a little easier because the weather's always beautiful, and people are out biking and running and walking. And I see a lot of really athletic, mostly males, but I guess that's mainly what I've seen is they're doing in the medians, in the wide medians between the streets. They are doing in the divided median. They are doing exercises and working out and doing calisthenics and various things. And anyway, somebody recommended I get this. I can't remember who I was talking to because I talked to so many people. And I said, I'm going to order one of these. So this is the particular brand. It's called Nayoya. I think Nayoya. There's a bunch of them on Amazon. And by the way, you can use my Amazon link for anything you order through Amazon, and I will get a very small my channel will get a very small commission. And so this is a Pilates ring. Now, I don't know how to use it yet, but I mean, I literally just got it. And it says that you can tone your entire body with this little ring, and it's so flat, you can just put it in your suitcase. So this is what I intend to do on my trip, how I'm going to keep in shape on my trip. Now, gardening can be really not hard exercise. What am I trying to say? Gardening you can really get a lot of exercise gardening, but it's not always the best exercise. Have you noticed? I noticed that it's not great for my posture. So I'm hoping that this helps. Anyway, that's just it, Barbara. I don't remember to stretch. She said, don't forget to stretch, but I always do. I always just kind of grope to the bed. Yes, it's very hard on the back and in shoulders. And I even see myself on my videos. I'm going, oh my God, stand up straight. My God. I'm just like, on those long workday videos. By the way, I'm not doing those anymore. I don't know if that breaks your heart or you don't care, but I'm not doing those anymore. First of all, Eric is not coming back, and I don't have anybody else that, and the situation is not great here for that sort of thing, especially now with the virus. There's no, you can't park close, and it's just, it's not good for either one of us. So that's not gonna happen anymore. I did it a couple of times, and let's see, that video didn't even do that well. I was really surprised. That video is the one that I refer to a lot in the video, my current video. My current video is doing pretty well. It's doing better than any video has done since I first got here, since April 28th. My video on April 28th did well, not crazy well, but it did better than expected. And so now it's been a while since that happened. And I'm still trying to find out, what people are going to want to see me do. And I'd love to know from you, what do you enjoy? I mean, out of all the things that I've been doing and all the things that are possible for me to do here, what do you prefer? Let me know what you think. How many do we have? All 38 of you. And anybody seeing this later, let me know what you want to see from me in terms of gardening. These are my possibilities here. You've seen I'm indoor gardening. I have container garden. I'm part of a container garden outside. And because of the virus situation, I haven't been able to do these other projects. So I'm hoping by the time I get back from my trip that I will that things will be opened up and things will be better. And that's all we can hope for, right? That things will get better. Really? At Home Depot, they make you stretch? That's a great idea. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I want to show you this. I don't know if Steve and Rosemary, are you on? I got a whoops. Oh, darn. I move things around. And I don't see it right off the bat. So I haven't used it yet, but Happy, you may use one of when you work at Home Depot, but it's one of these hip belts. And Steve was a big bodybuilder in Sweden. And so, taught numerous people how to ice hockey, and he has a gym at his home, and he's still really fit. And he said I should be wearing one of these belts, especially when I'm doing heavy lifting, which I actually am going to have to do myself because I don't have any help here. So unless I can get Vanita to help me, she's very strong. Oh, that's good. Denise is here. Good morning. Ooh, you have a cabin at a beach in Washington State. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Let's see. Amal says, Amal, I just did that. I just did that with Scott at Black Gumbo. His channel is on fire. And I just did that, and people didn't watch that video. I can't even understand it because I put a big picture of him in the thumbnail, and people didn't click on it. Maybe they don't care about resuscitating a pepper plant. I don't know. But anyway, I've done that many times, and I've actually reached out to Jen at Roots and Refuge to see if she would collaborate with me, but I haven't heard back from her yet. Tai Chi on the roof. Oh my God, you do that at Home Depot? Oh man, that's fantastic. I did Tai Chi for a year, and I absolutely loved it. Now I've forgotten how to do it. I would have to learn it again. Julie from Oregon. How are you, Julie? What is the temperature? What is the virus situation there? Do you have a garden? Let us know a little bit about you. Except I think you've been on before. VC tutoring. It sounds familiar. Yes, Denise. This can't happen again. Okay? If you want me to come to Putnam County, you can't be late again. I'm only joking. Joshua and I looked at a fabulous property, and I showed it to Daryl too in Putnam County. But Daryl, there was a reason why there were no interior photos on the immediately available on that, or at least I didn't see them. I only saw exterior. Like I saw about 15 photos of the porch, which I of course fell in love with because I've always wanted a wraparound porch. Always. And depending on where that porch is located, I would want part of it to be screened in, so you don't have to deal with mosquitoes and flies and stuff. But anyway, yeah. Once Joshua reached out to the realtor and we saw the whole interior photos, it was just like, oh, it was, oh gosh, it was so bad. It was so bad. It would have been better if they had simply taken same white paint and painted the whole inside just white and had no furniture whatsoever in there. It would have looked better than the way it looked. Just taking every appliance out, just empty rooms. But no. Anyway, it's a shame because that's a great property, 80 acres with its own spring, so close to Nashville. Wow. But I mean, you'd have to start over. You just literally have to start over. The whole inside would have to be completely redone. Okay. Let's see. Lori Lumax in Canada. She's in, I want to say Alberta. Oh, fantastic, Julie. Julie is making a worm tower today based on one of my videos, and I would really love to have, I was just thinking I would love to have worms right now. I mean, why couldn't I have worms here? Well, they don't have any place to go. The whole point of a worm bin is so they go out the holes and they fertilize your garden beds and they come back in and eat the food that you leave from your kitchen scraps. So I don't know how that would work here, but I wish I could put a handful of worms. I hate to buy them though. I would love to put a handful of worms in every one of my pots. But if you don't put a little mesh over the hole in the bottom of the pot, those worms can get out. Why would they want to get out just to be on a sidewalk? I don't know. But, maybe they can't see that well and they just wander out that hole somehow. I don't know. Okay, who's here? Firsa Librani, Root Tripper, is here from Indonesia. Thank you so much for tuning in. I remember you, Firsa. I hope I'm saying that right. Let's see. Oh my gosh, in Oregon, Julie has 4. You have 4 Fajoya. Oh, I miss my Fajoya so much. Oh, good, Denise. I wasn't sure. I think I tried this once, like 2 months ago in the kitchen, and I don't think I had connectivity or there was some issue. Can't remember. But now that it's summer and that sun is hitting that wall over there, it's bouncing back in my face. So I have light on my face, so it makes it possible. But I showed you my pineapple guavas in my freezer? I don't know if I have or not, but I have. Now, you remember the little tiny refrigerator that I looked and looked and looked? I was so proud to get a little tiny refrigerator. It's too tiny. Okay, I was wrong. Anyway, this, you'll recall that we made the frozen together. I have pineapple guava, so I can have smoothies all winter. Got a lot of pineapple guava. That's all I have left of my Pajoya. Oh, this has been in my freezer. This has been in my freezer. I think it was since 2014, maybe 15, but at least that long. These are, well, you know what they are. Red habanero, Caribbean red habanero. I don't know if they're any good still, but look at those. This is like show and tell. Remember that game, show and tell? Let's see. And I only thought of it because of what Denise said. Fiersa, what is it like in Indonesia now for you? In terms of the virus, in terms of the weather? Let's see. Daryl, you said, wait, I'm behind. Hold on. Connie, I wouldn't take that on myself. No, that was something that Joshua and I were talking about doing. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. Not possible. Wouldn't want to try. Veronice. Is it Veronice? Am I saying that right? Valerio? Veronice Valerio? Thank you for tuning in. No, you haven't missed anything, Daryl. Plus the pickup truck, of course. Wraparound porch, screened in. Part of it screened in. You don't want all of your porch screened in, because you do have sometimes when you want to see straight out, right? I mean, you have a beautiful porch. Spring, privacy, acreage. No, that's in a truck. And if you could order up a PD clone, that would be it. That would be the ticket right there. Daryl has the most wonderful dog, and if you watch the videos I did with Daryl, let's see, when did we do that? Let's see, September. Yeah, I haven't been over there. Right, September of last year, and then in the spring of last year, I think. Let's see. Well, it said, Denise, if you're talking about that antebellum home, it had city water and a spring, it said. And Veronice Valerio is new. Everybody give Veronice a warm welcome. And also new at gardening. Well, you're in the perfect place, because everybody is so generous with information and inspiration. Hopefully we can inspire you to grow in whatever space you have. Oh, and here we have Yaniris Encarnacion. I don't know if I said that right. Yaniris Encarnacion. Where are you writing from? And do you have a garden? Saskatchewan, which is in Ontario. I was going to say it was you were in Alberta. Says Saskatchewan is Saskatchewan a province? Or, okay, I always forget this, and I should know this. Well, like I said, Daryl, it was just so discouraging to see the inside of that house and the outbuildings. You just have to start over, and I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the money to buy it at all. Joshua would and I would have to do it together. Joshua, what do you mean? I better be kidding about what? Yeah, everybody, can you hit that thumbs up? Well, I wouldn't say that, Joshua, because that's giving apes a bad name. Christina is here, though they take up floor space and are hard to find now. Oh, I know. A chest freezers. Are they hard to find? I didn't know that they were hard to find. Well, as you know, I don't have a patio. So I will definitely have something like that. Daryl has it. You have a big chest freezer, don't you, Daryl? Didn't I see that at your house? Seems like it. Apollo 14, what is your actual name, please? In Georgia, Apollo 14 says, and I don't know if you're a he or a she, they have me beat. They had a pot pie for 12 years in the freezer. No, I have you beat. I'm sorry, but I have you beat because I had darkroom paper filling up my freezers, well, my old freezer, and then I transferred it to my new freezer in, let's see, got the new freezer in 17. And I think I bought that paper in, when did I buy that paper? 2005? Yeah. And I don't even want to tell you because it's too humiliating what I tried to sell it. I tried to give it away. No one wanted it. I had to throw it away. It was just awful. You're making pot pie today. I have never made a pot. I don't think I've ever actually made a pot pie. We're all coming to your place, Barbara, in Rhode Island for the pot pie. Yaniris Encarnacion. Where are you located, Yaniris? Do you have a garden? And are you new to my channel? Boston. Okay. That's fantastic. Second year. Well, Boston, you have a very short growing season. So I hope you can somehow, if you haven't already, get yourself a greenhouse. I bet so, Happy, because everybody is knuckling down. They see a lot of people see what's going on, and that's why the seed sellers are out of product. A lot of companies are out of product. Well, a lot of companies are out of business because of the shutdown. But anyway, I think people are knuckling down and going, hey, we got to really think about the future and where our food is going to come from. And of course, I've been saying this, and a lot of people have been saying this for a long time, and long before this pandemic happened. And Bernice, oh, that's such a Bernice. Oh, I see. So you would say Vernice would be Bernice in English. I got it. Thank you so much for loving my channel. We are at 8:44. How many people do we have, everybody? We have 51, and we have 30 thumbs up. If you're on mobile and you have not hit the like button and you're on mobile, just get off the live chat for a moment, hit the like button, and get back on. Every like, every comment, every super chat donation, of which we haven't had any this week, and that does not mean you happy. Counts. on YouTube analytics. And so everything is appreciated. Now you're calling it a hideous house, Daryl? It's not hideous from the outside. It's only hideous from the inside. Mark at Apollo 14 in Georgia. I'm just curious why you're calling your channel Apollo 14. Are you interested in space? Or are you involved in the space program in some way? Let's see, Saskatchewan. She's clearing me up again. Saskatchewan. Flat. Saskatchewan is in the middle of Canada. So I'm assuming it's a province or state or whatever you want to call it. Wouldn't it be lovely, Barbara, if we could convene upon your place, like, a handful of us at least? Oh, Susie is here. Susie, can you remind me where you are? Yaniris subscribed about 1 week ago. And Yaniris, did you find my channel through my loofah video by any chance? I'm just curious. A lot of people have. That sounds great, Lisa. The only problem is you're in Nevada and she's in Rhode Island and I'm in LA, and everybody's so far away. I just think I've always thought it would be so cool to have I should have a late bloomer conference. We should have a late bloomer conference. But then, everybody would have to get there. And I know everybody can't afford to travel, or maybe not even physically able to travel. But maybe we could do something online, a Zoom thing. We've talked about that. Rolling homestead and wild edibles in Wisconsin. First time here. Love talking about this. What exactly was I talking about when you made that comment? And what is your actual name, please? But I'm so glad you joined. And let's see. Lori's 4 to 5 hours from the US border. Okay. Yes, that's the problem. It's just been crazy weather. I thought so. Which one was 14? I forget now. Which one was Apollo 14? Was that the one? I know I should know this. I'm sorry. I apologize. By the way, I'm assuming that the new astronauts got to the space station. I really have purposely not been looking at news because it's just been too depressing. But I did watch the amazing liftoff of that, rocket, and the successful disengagement of the pieces. And then after they went out, that was the end of my following the story. But I was so glad that they got off safely. Yes, it's such a beautiful. I was going to title this live stream, "It's a Beautiful Day in LA. Tune in." And I thought, it may not seem so beautiful for everyone else tuning in, especially for Amal in Saudi, where it's 114 degrees. I'm sure it's just as bad in Phoenix. Where's RH today? RH is not here. He's our Phoenix guy. Absolutely. How much land do you have in your homestead? Wait, did you tell me your name? I thought you did. Now I've already forgotten. Or maybe you didn't. What is your name at Rolling Homestead? I mean, now is the time. I would say if we could do it over, if we could do a do-over, 10 years ago would have been the time, but we didn't. So now is the time. That's funny, Joshua. It's gone though. I had to get rid of it because I moved. Oslo, Norway. Oh, I've heard from you before. Nom Nom Fairy. I remember your name. I'm so happy too. You've made it before though, right? And what is your actual name? Do you have a garden in Norway? I do have one other fan in Norway, and that is he's in Bergen. Well, they moved. Don't know if they're still in Bergen, but anyway, he was in Bergen. Grew up in Bergen. He's not on today. Oh, good. Yeah, that's a pretty popular video, and I'll let you guys in on a little inside secret. When you make, if you're a creator, if you're a channel creator and you're creating videos all the time, this. You have to fudge things all the time because all of a sudden it's the day to film and you've got to have everything you need to tell the story. Because even if you're just a gardener making videos, you're still a filmmaker. If you want to upload a video to YouTube that tells a story, you have to have all the elements. And the day that I made the squash video, that was a part 1 and part 2 squash videos, winter squash videos, part 1 and part 2. The one I had grown a lot of kabocha squash, and I used to call it kaboka. I think I did that in the video, and people corrected me. But anyway, the day that I shot that, I actually didn't have one of my own, and I had to go and buy one to hold up for the demo, to show it. But I had grown quite a number of them in my parkway. This is before I turned the parkway into a fruit forest. Once you turn a section of land into fruit forest, you're not going to be growing much in the way of annuals underneath it, because those roots, especially feijoa or pineapple guava, they have all these fine roots as like hair, and they suck up every single droplet of water and nothing else. Even comfrey does not do well at the base of pineapple guava. And it's unfortunate because comfrey, actually, somebody mentioned this in my recent video where I showed my beautiful comfrey. They have comfrey planted all around the garden because it brings up nutrients. Let's see, how does it do it? Brings up, maybe Daryl, you can help explain it better. It brings the nutrients up for the other plants to feed off of somehow. Anyway. Oh, Lee, Joshua, I hope you saw Lisa's comment. She's such a sweetheart. And Susie, remind me where you are. You probably did, and I missed it because I was talking. But Susie is working on a foodscape, and I love that term. Her whole front yard will have no grass, just flowers, food, and herbs. What could be better? I don't actually know, Daryl, but I would think that, well, we certainly could do 40. It would just be little, we could certainly do 40. Could we do 200? I don't know. I don't know. But, we only have like 40 or 50 people on our live stream. So we could actually do a Zoom with a live stream, with our regular live stream. In fact, if you want, we could try, but everybody's got to get the Zoom app. You've got to know how to do that. Everybody that's on the live stream, go ahead and get the Zoom app. Okay, download the Zoom app. It's free. Just get the free plan. That's all you need for now. And if you don't have it already, and maybe we'll invite everyone with an email address. So anybody, let's just put it this way. Anybody that wants to do a coordinated Zoom, and what we could do is we could start it at 9 a.m. next Sunday. Yeah, I'll be here. 9 a.m. next Sunday, right after this this live stream ends, we would start the Zoom. So you're already there. But a lot of people are, it's like already 12 in the morning. It's probably not the best time. Maybe it should be right after the Wednesday. Let's see, that would be 5 o'clock, which would be 8 o'clock Pacific, plus 8 hours. Yeah, that might work. What do you think about that? Everybody weigh in. Would you like to do, who would like to do a Zoom chat? And if you haven't done a Zoom, what it is I will be the moderator, and I would have I would have to have your email address. And the safe way of giving me your email address is to send it to me through my website, which is latebloomershow.com/contact. And if you send me an email, gnats, if you send me an email with your email address and say, I've got my Zoom app and I would love to join on Wednesday. What day is that? Let's see. The date of Wednesday would be, this is Sunday. Wednesday would be the 10th. So if you want to do a Zoom on 5 p.m., 5 p.m., or you know what? We could do it a little bit earlier, because I could just do a short live stream, because I don't want to disappoint people, and I could just do a short live stream and say, this is just 30 minutes, and we're going to start the Zoom at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. And we could just do a half an hour Zoom, and everybody could just get to see each other's faces and say hello. And if anybody is interested in doing that, then I'll be happy to do that. I would just need your email address to send you an invitation, and then you click through. The important things that I've noticed that are important to know about Zoom is you've got to click the video on. You need to have your device, if it's a phone, it needs to be horizontal and not vertical. And if you're on a tablet or a laptop, it's already horizontal. And you've got to have your microphone on. So these are things you could test with a friend or something before Wednesday's Zoom. But if anybody wants to do that, and I'm going to scroll down now and see if anybody's interested, and I would be willing to do that. Yeah, well, we're not going to do that. Happy, not now. Oh, Mark or Rolling. Okay, Mark Rolling. I assume that you are a creator, Mark. And you probably specialize in zone, I'm guessing you're in zone 5B or 6, something like that. Have I got that right? Okay. I've missed a lot of. You don't need a camera, Eric. Your phone has a camera in it. Your laptop has a camera in it. That's all you need. Okay, then Nom Nom Fairy, send me an email at latebloomershow.com/contact with your email address. Wednesday night Zoom at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. Let's see. Barbara doesn't have a phone. Barbara, can you get Dano to be around at, well, you would be, that would be 7:30 your time. We'll just do a short one. I know it's going to be rough. The first time I did a couple of other group, like my sorority sisters did one. And it was rough because a lot of people just didn't understand the technology. And, but this is very important, is make sure your device is horizontal, not vertical, because it's weird. And the very important thing is, once you get your camera working and your microphone working, you need to have light on your face. You can't be sitting in the dark. So many of my sorority sisters are like, I'm like, who's in there? Who's that? I can't even see you, or they'd be sitting in a room and the light would be like up there behind their head. So the whole face is dark and there's a rim around. No, the light needs to be in front of your face. You see, I've got this big window in front of my face. You see my whole face is lit up. That's what you want. Now, that could be a problem at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, so you just have to be in front of a light, like, for example, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, you see, here's my grow light. So you see, I've got a lot of light on my face from the grow light, which is over there. So you always want to make sure that your light is that way. You don't want to be backward when you're doing a Zoom, because the whole point of us meeting is to see each other's faces and share our big smiles and our inspiration. So let's see who's interested in doing that. Bernice, yes, somebody else was just talking about cucamelons last week. I'm thinking that might have been Kevin in Florida. Who was talking about cucamelons? Does anybody remember? And who is Enya? Who is Enya, Denise? Who are you referring to as Enya? Is that Nom Nom Fairy? I don't know who that is. Well, Daryl, some people don't want to put their face on have their picture made, much less be on Zoom. So, I respect everybody's wishes. I have been a photographer for most of my life, and I know there's some people they just don't want to be photographed. They don't want to be seen, and I totally respect that. Silver Garcia, they're not, though. I mean, not the really super, super thin ones. First of all, I mean, help me out, Daryl, but for Silver Garcia's question, saving cucumber seeds, I mean, it's so easy. But yes, sometimes you get those seeds, they're super, super thin, and you just chuck those. But I mean, there'll be plenty others that are, nice and plump, and you let one go. I think it's the same for squash, cucumbers, and all that. You let one melon or fruit go till it gets really big, and then that's the one that you save the seeds from. But Daryl, can you be more specific with Silver's question? Steve Rogers. Yes, I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it, Steve. Let's try the Zoom first, and if people are happy and it works. Cheryl, they've increased the security a great deal because that was a problem on Zoom. So that would be 7:30, Jack. Hi, Jack. It is now 9:04, time to get off. Let's see. Fiersa is in Idaho. The government only ordered for a massive social distancing, no lockdown at all, since not all able agreed to work from home, and it really is a pro-contra situation here. That's a term I haven't heard since the Salvadorian crisis of the 70s or something, or whenever that was. So I don't know exactly what you mean, but my son is in Idaho. Yanira's Encarnacion is holding up. I think that means a yes. So send me emails. Everybody, I haven't gotten an email yet. So everybody, Gina, Wait, who is Enya? Have I missed Enya somewhere? Ah. Okay, good. Happy, if you've got if you've got connectivity, you can absolutely go outside as long as you have light, you know. But any light bulb will do. You just put the light bulb that in front of you and not behind you. That's the only thing. It's like just adjust, you can just adjust a globe light so that it hits your face. I mean, I do it all the time on my computer. I have two, and I'm just adjusting them. Let's see. Okay, Barbara's going. Let's see. Yes, Mark Rolling. Mark Rolling. Can you join our Zoom on Wednesday? That would be awesome. Oh, that's fantastic, Jack. You have something in common with Joshua. He's a good piano player too. Yes, anybody can help very quickly. Vernice. Happy. I think you left out an E or something. Anyway, about cucamelons very quickly. Daryl, can you help? Oh, Indonesia. I thought that couldn't be right. That couldn't be right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Right, you're in Indonesia. Yeah, try not to put your I would prefer you not put your email address in this chat. Debbie, I actually have yours. Everybody just send me an email. Maybe I already have your email. Send me another email. If you have my email already, just send me an email. If you don't, then send me an email through my website and let me know if you'd like to be on and that you've successfully downloaded the Zoom app. Okay, let's see. Apollo 14. Now, you just told me your name. Oh, darn. And your dad was in the program at NASA. Shoot. I think that's all there is to it, Silver, is to just let it get big. Okay. Okay, good. Daryl, you answered. Thank you so much. You don't have to ferment your tomato seeds, Lily, but I think it's preferable. But I'm telling you, every single tomato that I'm growing this year, is all a volunteer, which means they came up from tomato seeds thrown into the compost. So they weren't fermented. So you don't have to. Christopher Aguilar, I'm so glad you joined. We're just getting off. I'm trying to just do 8 to 9. I'm already 9 minutes over. So please try to tune in at 8 next time if you can. If you can't, I understand. People have church and other commitments on Sundays. But Christopher, we are going to do our first Zoom at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time this coming Wednesday, which means if you don't already have the Zoom app downloaded, make sure you have that downloaded and send me an email with your email address so I can send you an invitation for that conference, because I will be the moderator. So if you're interested in being able to chat with the community that joins into our live streams, and we'd love to have you, then send me an email with your email address and we will get this. Even if we have 5 people, we're going to do it. Okay. 5 people. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, Mark. Well, I appreciate. What are you doing? What is your work? Just curious. Oh, Steve has some good advice, Silver. Keep in mind when one matures, you mean the plant, Steve? When one fruit matures, the plant stops producing for the year? Really? Is that just true of cucurbits? I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Okay, I just got an email address for Connie. And who else is going to be sending me their email address? Right. Yeah. And Daryl, if you just throw a tomato in your compost, plants come up. It's pretty amazing. Mark. Mark. Thank you, Mark. So there's two Marks. Um, Rolling Homestead is also Mark Rolling, and Mark at Apollo. And Learsea, Fierce, oh gosh, jumped. Okay, Fiersa has some recommendation for cucamelons also. You need a wide trellis. Lily, as soon as they ferment, you just take that. If you've already done it and you think it smells, just take that piece of mold off, throw it away, and rinse your tomato seeds in a very fine strainer and rub on them till you get them really nice and clean, and then it's not a big deal. Veronice does it the way Daryl does it, so that's okay, Yaniris, that's wonderful. And Steve does it the same way. So I'm going to a lot of trouble for nothing. Okay, let's see. Silver-tongued daywalker. I wonder what time is it? We're talking about, Lynn, we're talking about, if you just joined, all of her plants and flowers are in pots. That's awesome. We're talking about doing a Zoom chat, and I don't know if this is something you're interested in. But Zoom is an app that you download from the internet. You can do it. You have to create an account. It's easier to download it on your mobile. It's easier to function and everything if you do it from your mobile. I will be doing it from the commercial, I will be doing it from, I'm getting distracted by all these email addresses. I will be doing it on my computer so that I can have a big screen and see everybody. It's harder to see everybody if on your mobile, but it is possible. Because the person that is speaking, I will set it up in a gallery style. So the person that's speaking will have their face up so you can know who's speaking. But at any rate, I just need your email address in order to invite you to this conference that we're going to do Zoom chat at 4:30 on Wednesday, Pacific Standard Time. You may be in bed though. Yeah. Yeah, you'll probably be in bed. Yes, Yaniris, that would be 7:30 Eastern. Okay. Have a beautiful week, Lisa. That's interesting. I didn't realize that, Daryl. Right. It'll probably be very early in the morning, Enya. Well, I know it now, Joshua. Let's see. Steve Mildengren, I was, wait, you probably sent me your email address or something, and Patricia deleted it. But you can hold things for review, Patricia, and then I can look at it rather than deleting it. I haven't explained that to you. But anyway, hi, Teresa. We're just getting off. I'm late today. Tell your husband to have a wonderful birthday from me, please, and everyone. Yes, I wanted Jamela and Silver. I want to do a collaboration with Jen at Roots and Refuge, but I wrote to her and I haven't heard from her. So if you have a connection with her, then put in a word for me. Let's see. We're doing a Zoom, Teresa. Did you hear that? 4:30 on Wednesday, Pacific Standard Time. So I just need your, thank you. I just need your email address. Good morning, Steve. I did give you a shout out earlier because I got my hip belt that you told me to order. Haven't worn it yet, but I need to do it very soon. Yes, I will. I hope you and Rosemary have a chance to go back and watch the live stream. Okay, just trying to get to the bottom. Yeah, don't post your email address on my chat. You have to send it to well, you can send it to Kaye at latebloomershow.com, or you can send it through the latebloomershow.com/contact. What did I say, Jen? I'm sorry, I meant Jess. Thank you for correcting me, Jamela. That's correct, Daryl. Okay, everybody, I'm caught up. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you Wednesday at 4:00 for the live stream for a half an hour, and then we're going to go right into the Zoom. Fingers crossed this works. So have a wonderful week. Thank you, Patricia. And God bless everyone. And I love you, and be safe. And I'll see you soon.